The grief no one talks about. Mourning the mother you never had. There's a specific type of grief that our culture does not acknowledge, does not have rituals for, and barely has words for. It's the grief of mourning a mother who's still alive, mourning not who she was, but who she couldn't be for you. If you've ever felt crazy for feeling sad about your childhood, even though nothing that bad happened, this video is for you. I'm Alonia Water, and I specialize in helping women heal from mother wounds and create lives that feel authentic and soft. Today we're talking about a type of loss that rarely discussed but profoundly impacts how you move through the world. When someone dies, the world recognizes your grief. You get sympathy, time off work, casseroles from neighbors. But what happens when what you're grieving never existed in the first place? The mother wound often is not about dramatic abuse or obvious neglect. It's about the absence of what should have been there, the emotional attunement that never happened, the unconditional acceptance you never felt, the sense of being truly seen and cherished for who. You can't point to this on a timeline. You can't say, here's when it happened, or because it didn't happen, that's the point. And our brains struggle to grieve something that was never there to lose in the first place. Let me name some of the losses that you might be grieving today. The mother who celebrated your authentic self instead of trying to mold you into someone else. The mother who made you feel safe to have big feelings instead of teaching you that your emotions were inconvenient. The mother who protected you from harm instead of being the source of it or failing to see it. The mother who was curious about who you were becoming instead of trying to keep you small. The mother who modeled healthy relationships, boundaries, and self-worth. The childhood where you could just be a kid instead of managing adult emotions or taking care of everyone else. The sense of home as a place of refuge instead of a place you needed to recover from. This isn't about perfection. No mother is perfect. This is about the fundamental experiences every child needs to develop a secure sense of self. This grief is very complicated because it coexists with love, gratitude, and loyalty. Maybe your mother did sacrifice for you. Maybe she did love you the best way she knew how. Maybe she did better than her own mother did. All of that can be true, and you can still grieve what was missing. It's also so complicated because there's no closure. Your mother is still alive, still the same person who couldn't give you what you needed. Or part of you might keep hoping she'll change, become the mother you needed, and finally see you. And there are a lot of us out there who don't have a mother anymore. Our mothers have transitioned on, so we can never have these conversations with her. And it's complicated because people do not understand it. But you have a mother, sometimes they might say, if your mother is still living. She didn't abandon you. You should be grateful. These responses shut down your grief before you can even feel it fully. But here's what I want you to understand. This grief is real, is valid, and is necessary for your healing. When you allow yourself to grieve these losses fully, something profound happens. You stop waiting. You stop hoping that somehow if you're good enough, successful enough, you got enough degrees, enough money, or understanding enough, you'll finally get the mother you needed. You start mothering yourself in the ways you needed to be mothered. You start creating the safety, the acceptance, the unconditional love that was missing. Grieving these losses is not about giving up on your relationship with your mother. It's about accepting reality so you can make conscious choices about how you want to engage with her going forward, if even at all. It's about releasing the fantasy so that you can build something real. A life where you don't have to earn love, where you don't have to be perfect for acceptance or be acceptable, where you can rest in your own worthiness because you are so worthy. This grief also deserves to be witnessed and honored. So create your own ritual. Light a candle for the childhood that you deserved. Write a letter to the mother that you needed when you were going through a difficult or challenging part of your life. Cry for as long as you need to. I cry all of the time, and it is very, very freeing, and it's okay to cry. Find people who understand this type of loss, such as a therapist, support group, friends who've done this work before. Your grief is not too much. It's not too dramatic, ungrateful of you to grieve. It's love with nowhere to go, and it deserves compassion. If you are feeling this grief, I want you to know that you're not alone and you're not crazy. This is a normal part of healing from mother wounds, and it's actually a sign that you're ready to stop settling for crumbs of love. What would you want to say to the mother that you needed? What do you want to say to the mother that the little girl needed when she was going through some form of trauma or some form of abuse, and your mother could have known about it? What did that little girl need? Share in the comments if you feel called to. Sometimes speaking these truths out loud is the first step in our healing process. If you're ready for deeper support in this journey, check out the resources in my other videos. Also, check out the resources on our website, www.aloniarose.com. Subscribe for more videos on mother wound healing, and remember, you deserve the world. You deserve to heal. You deserve your grief to be known and expressed. And that is perfectly normal and a part of the healing journey. Until next time.